Greetings, salutations on this Monday, December the 8th, 2025. Weekend's over, and we are back at it, and we basically in the last 2 weeks, functionally of the year, even though there's a third week, but and a partial fourth, but really, you know, for everywhere that celebrates Christmas anyway, it's really this week and next week. I can just tell the energy's changing out there, and I look at the schedule and still have a fair amount of meetings, but it's definitely, you know, you can just feel the change. So, and if you can believe it, it's it's 2.5 weeks till Christmas Day. I mean, that's it. So we really are at that point. I remember living in Japan all those years. Of course, New Year's is the real holiday. Christmas is more of a date night. And so, you know, the whole lead up is to the end of the year and New Year's, and then going into the first few days of the new year. And that's also a really nice way to do it. I basically, we would sit around watching on New Year's Day. We'd go to the shrine and we'd sit around and watch. We'd eat all day, which is great. Really good food, of course, and watch some ridiculous TV. But also, there's this marathon that they run over the New Year's that's a lot of fun, and it's involving all the universities and it's a multi-day run, so it's kind of a relay. It's marathon plus. It's more than a marathon, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's between Tokyo and Hakone, if I recall, which is sort of on the way to Mount Fuji. But yeah, that's always fun. Although I used to tease my Japanese family that we're sitting around watching people run. What? It's sort of like, for me, watching, you know, race cars. You know, you're watching cars race around a track. I know people love it. Okay, I'm teasing with love, but I sometimes wondered, can I just watch a recap at the end? So anyway, but yeah, it does bring up, you know, this time of year brings up great nostalgia for lots of us, and myself included. So I hope that you are enjoying this season. I know holiday season can also be very stressful and even depressing for some people. So whatever is going on in your life, I hope you're doing well. It is freezing. It's several degrees below freezing now, and it appears to be on track to stay that way the entire day, get partly sunny, maybe later. I don't know. Or is it just going to be cloudy? Yeah, it's going to be cloudy all day and under and below freezing. And boy, do I feel it. And boy, does it affect me. I don't know about you, but I really feel the effects of the cold, and it demotivates me on certain levels. For example, I don't want to go to the gym when it's cold. I just don't. And yet, it's the perfect thing to do. And when I go, I feel great, you know. But the cold definitely changes what I want to do. I definitely feel the wanting to hunker down and get warm, stay warm. So here we are. We are at that point. It may not officially be winter yet, but I declare it winter. Declare it winter. As for events, you know, December every year has some big you know, annual reminders in this country, as we think about, you know, back in the 20th century. This was the day in 1941 that the U.S. declared war on Japan after Pearl Harbor, and also on this day, according to the almanac, and I didn't remember it was on today, but I guess it is. Russian leaders announced the dissolution of the Soviet Union on this day in 1991. So a reminder how quickly things can change dramatically, for the better, for the worse. And we are certainly in a time right now of great reflection on where is our moral center as a country, and what does our military, what is it all about? And I'll just leave it at that. But boy, we've got some serious, deep thinking to do as a nation about who we are and what kind of values we want to put out into the world, especially when we hold so many destructive weapons. All right. So what's going on? I'm really enjoying the launch of Amped. Amped is great. I've got a website that's up now. I had a placeholder site, and now I'm getting closer to a more proper site. If you're curious to see it, it's at mattstone.co/amped. And maybe we'll get a different URL at some point that isn't an offshoot of mattstone.co. But for now, that's where it is. I think it more than does the job, and it's great to have a place where I've got some information out there about what I've been working on. So mattstone.co//amped, AMPED, and I'm just really, really excited. The more conversations I have about Amped, the more amped I am about it. Already looking to have several studio sessions, in-person studio sessions in the new year. That's already happening, and it's a very different energy, talking about helping people get their story out and get their story out in a compelling way. There's such a need out there, and I feel like I belong in this space. Belonging is very important at work. In every sense, it's important if you're in an office to feel like you belong to that culture, and it's important to belong to your avocation and feel like you have the skills, the passion, the interest to not only do a great job, but continually learn and grow and get better and better and better at it. So it's a cool space to be in, and I'm really, really excited about it. And we're going to be making lots of great videos, both virtually online and also in person, and see where it goes. I went to a phenomenal birthday party over the weekend with some really impressive and interesting people who are doing all kinds of fascinating work in the U.S. and globally. And, just getting a chance to share with people there and learn about what they're doing, and also talk about the pivot that I've been making and what I'm interested in doing. It was just more validation. And I mean, deeper than just someone saying, oh, that's a great idea. It was really engaging about the importance of this work right now and telling great stories, and along with that, talking about the Building Business Relationships show and how important it is to put out content that is engaging and entertaining and really changing the way that we talk about business issues, and put them squarely in the lane of that business is deeply personal, and being able to kind of bridge those two things. So I was just more excited than ever. Every time I go out and talk about what I'm interested in, what I want to help people do, I'm just getting a very, very different reaction to this work than I certainly did, in the toxic team turnaround space. And that's important work, and there are people doing that at very important work. But I am just noticing the difference for me, and I think it's partially a reflection of the type of work, but it's also a reflection of my genuine excitement about it. I think that's coming through with people, and that's probably a part of it as well. So I'll leave it there. I think the main theme here is, when you find alignment with things, when you're aligned with who you are, what you love to do, and what your passion is, and what you're willing to sacrifice for, it comes out. You find the right spaces, find the right circles, and success finds you. And I think that's what I'm experiencing right now. So I'll leave it there on this Monday. I hope you have a great week and a great rest of your day. Make sure to give us a good like on Apple Podcasts, a review if you're so inclined. But more than anything, as always, be good to yourself and others, and we will check back again with you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.